Welcome back, everyone, to a Friday live stream. And the next episode in... What?
It's not Friday.
Saturday. See, I am all discombobulated. It sounded like you said g'day. Yeah, Saturday live stream. See, I'm just remembering what I said yesterday. Yeah, it's been a crazy morning. Actually, just the last hour has been kind of crazy. Which is something came up, that's why I was running late, and then it turned out I came back to my computer to find that I had set the time wrong for the stream, so it wasn't going to start for another 7 hours. But Lurch pointed that out to me, so I took the opportunity to change the time to make it 15 minutes later than usual. So let's see who's here early and on time. I'm not, so let's see who is. Lurch is here, and he's in the Discord to read your chat, as you probably just heard.
Yeah, I didn't get blown away to Oz.
Yeah, that's good news. Did that stuff pass south of you, right?
Yeah, I was watching the radar, and yeah, the circulation was about 5 miles south.
Wow. Lowrider was here. Let's see. Lobo 1G was here. Drive was here. Brenton Doherty was here. Nicholas is here from northern Norway. I assume you're up there trucking, Nicholas. Tyler Bro is here. Charles Payne is here. Okay, let's get started.
I said something, but retracted it.
He was just repeating what you said. Bamf is here, and Jeff O2. Vigner is here. Thomas Berger is here. Muhammad Helmi is here. Let's get started. You know what? And Stobbs is here. Just going to do a few shout outs here. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, Bedrock, Bill Welburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, Captain Minnesota, Omega Trucking, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, who's in northern Norway, Big Al 2424, Tasmified, Adam Buser just tuned in, Johnny Hansen. Yes, well, I was. Now I'm resting up here until Monday. Oh, well, that's part of trucking. Lobo 1G, Phantom 6767, Wim 55, Matt Van S, David Long, aka Shorty. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing, where we're at, where we're going, all that fun stuff. Look in the description below to see some details that I decided to include in the description related to the new engine that I'm using that I got from Zmods yesterday. We're going to go into that a little bit more, but check that out. Let's see. Specifically, I'll hop into the map here first. We're in Oakland. Specifically, I chose the 670 horsepower motor to pull this heavy load, which is 77,000 pounds. We got to pull that up to Sierra Nevada mountains to get up to Reno. So up here around Trucky. Between here and roughly Trucky, we got to climb some pretty steep hills. And then we're going to cross and take this over to Denver, because Colorado is the next state to deliver to in the All States Challenge. As you can see here, I've already dropped a pin at my planned rest stop 10.5 hours away in Elko. I saw that, Vigner. That's impressive. Helping to keep our miles and hardcore point score up. All right. Let's get into... Actually, I'm going to do this from the outside. I'm going to start the truck. It is a little loud here.
lowrider is in Stockton in ATS.
This is that new engine that Zmods just released. Sounds pretty sweet. Yeah, Pilot shared a video from Zeemods in the Discord the other day, and I was hooked. Andrew Black is here. All right, let's get rolling. Oh, got to turn on the beacons. Are they already? No, they're already on.
Pilot says I've created a monster.
That's right, it's Pilot's fault.
Willie is here.
Hey, Willie.
And Nicholas says, you didn't happen to see the video I posted a link to in Trucker Chat, did you?
I started to watch it, and then I realized I needed to get ready for the stream, and I set it aside. I marked it as unread so I can get back to it, because I wanted to watch it.
Banff responding to drive. They're doing well, enjoying the beautiful spring weather, and hope that drive is doing well too. Big here says, I think I know what's causing the issue in ETS. It's the GDC hardcore mod, because it hasn't been updated yet, but I don't know, but I don't have it active, but it still caused the issue.
Well, it can't, if it's not active, it can't cause an issue. And besides, most people don't have that mod, or a lot of people don't have that mod. I do. Not active, but I have that mod in my mod list, and I don't have this problem. If you're talking about the TrucksBook thing. I like watching the tires go over the hump.
He says, yeah, talking about TrucksBook.
Yeah, that's not it. Any mod that's not active isn't creating an issue.
Adam is still in Norway heading to Finland.
Ooh, little close there. That's how you get black marks on the tires. Go to any truck stop in the country and look at the truck or trailer tires, and you'll see scuff marks. That's one of the reasons why they show up. Is this an all-way stop? Really? Now you're gonna make me have to swing even wider. By the way, if you didn't notice, I'm driving my Peterbilt 389 today. For no reason other than this motor pairs well with it. Yes, that's the sound that got my attention. I'll try to do some more of that.
Pilot says, you, Pete's, or yes, Pete's and cats just go together.
Yeah, it's got to be a long-nosed truck, old school truck. This just, it'll work in the game, but it just isn't right to put this in a Freightliner or a Volvo VNL. All right, I think it's a little hard to see that. I'm going to do some shout outs here. Trucking Through Video, Nick, David H74, RD04 Dave, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, Pancake Man, Ken Beard, Grumpy Grunt Pod Gaming, Road Trip Nerd, Ken Maselman, Hunter Toller, Wiz Nation, is Wiz her? John Whitesall, Muhammad Helmi, Jaffo729, Megatron Decepticon, and Bamf 2020. Got them all done at one red light. Green.
Dobbs says, being Tarzan doesn't go well in a hurry. While in a hurry, hit my kneecap to the crane's support leg while climbing onto the flatbed to strap down the load.
Ew. I feel that pain right now.
Pilot Bro says he has to lurk for a while and have fun, everyone. And Vigner says, are you going to try out the new VNL when it comes out?
Of course. Although I don't plan to do open beta on American Truck this time. Listen to that sweet engine. By the way, we have 1,360 miles to go to our destination. And we have 561 miles to go to our designated rest spot. Stop.
Dob says the rest of the day you definitely felt using the clutch.
Oh, it was your left knee.
I'm not even going to try and say the rest of that. Dirk says, hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah, Dirk. That's basically what I settled on yesterday.
Victor says, I think Illinois will come out shortly after the full release of 1.59.
I am sure within a week or so, be my guess.
And Stubbs confirms, yep.
Better your left knee than your other knee. And I don't mean your right knee.
Adam says, love that Jake brake sound. Try the super engine mod with 800 horsepower and over. It may be too much torque for some trucks, depending on the length. Dub says, usually I drive a flatbed Volvo that has the crane on the rear. This day, it was one where the crane was right behind the cab. Pilot chimes in to say that, unfortunately, the super engine mod is banned for VTC drivers.
Or at least those that are doing hardcore. Ooh.
Adam adds, I just think the mod with the different amount of horsepower changes the way the truck moves. Vigner says, it's so much overpowered that I stopped using it 4 to 5 years ago, Adam. Mikey Doucette says hi to Pilot Bro.
Hey, Mikey, welcome to the stream. Ooh, I'm speeding.
And Dirk says Lillian's is white Route 66.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we're going to take 80. Alright, I got to...
Vigner just asked what he meant.
I need to fix a mirror issue. Hang on a second. My right mirror is looking up a little too high. That's better. When I was up here, I couldn't hardly see the right lane traffic. I still can't really. Come on, white car, get out of my way. You guys can go 65 here, I can't.
Mikey says I got her VB car last Friday night.
What?
Dirk says in the DLC, can you drive Route 66?
Well, technically Interstate 40 is the new Route 66, but there are some side roads, and most of them hidden roads that are part of the old Route 66. And we have a convoy Discord convoy later today, about an hour after the stream ends. And assuming everyone who shows up has all the relevant DLCs, a suggestion has been made that we do as much of the Route 66 as we can, even though Illinois is not out yet. In other words, Los Angeles to St. Louis.
Mikey's meant to say he got hit by a car last Friday night.
I hope you're talking about in the game and not real life.
Adams goes on to say the most I can handle is 850 horsepower, but anything more than that and the wheels spin like a rally car takes off from a start. It just depends on how much throttle you give it.
There was a time early on, about 4 years ago, when, because I was still exploring the whole mods thing, I used a mod that had I think it was over 1,000 horsepower motor in it. But, you know, after a while it seemed to be a little too ridiculous, so I'd stop using it. Well, we lost some momentum at the bottom of the hill thanks to those four-wheelers going too slow in this lane. But now we're down to 20 miles an hour. Even with 670 horses powering this engine.
Matthew Roth is here.
Hey, Matthew. Yeah,
And
pilot, that was JC's engine pack. Thank you.
I was just going to say, pilot who was supposedly going to be lurking the JC engine pack.
He's extremely dexterous. He can be lurking in another room and chatting remotely or something. I don't know.
Oof. Mikey says it was real life.
Oh.
Got 3 fractured ribs, a fractured clavicle, and a collapsed lung. He's in the hospital recovering.
Oh my God.
He was on his way home when he got hit.
Sorry to hear that, Mikey. That's horrible. I mean, it's bad enough to be in an accident.
It says 670 horses and a loose nut behind the steering wheel.
Who said that?
Drive. It says I'm wearing a headset, so I walked back when I heard that.
Well, a loose nut with coffee. Yeah.
Is he a loose nut, or does he have some screws loose?
6 to 1, half dozen the other.
Top says foot loose. Vigner says 20 miles an hour, it's nothing. I got down to 10 to 15 going up that hill while I was heading to Denver from Oakland.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oakland to Denver. Yeah, I've climbed that hill in real life many times, mostly with reefer loads, which are pretty heavy. And yeah, I got down below 20 a lot. Yeah, I had probably a 450 horsepower motor and 40 to 44,000 pound load. It says a 3-stage Jake, and I can switch from single stage to triple stage just like that. That's a sound difference. For some reason I can't switch into second or 2-stage. Problem with the way the sim panel's set up, I think.
Says now taking a 5-hour ferry to Vasa.
Get you a nap.
Vigner adds, and because of Wyoming, I almost got race miles going over the Three Sisters mountain pass.
That's in Wyoming? I thought that was in Oregon. Well, I don't know about pass, but the Three Sisters is a 3 mountain peaks in Oregon. I think. Maybe it's just sisters. I don't know. I could be wrong. It happens a lot.
Stubb says, the Ume to Vasa ferry.
Speed limit's going to change here shortly as we roll into Nevada.
Lowrider says, I wonder why they always use those long trailers with multiple joints for heavy loads in the U.S. It's a nightmare when you have to back up more than a few yards.
Welcome to Nevada. It's to spread out the weight. I guess I can speed up now. You need, the more tires you have holding up the weight, the more it spreads it out. You can only have so much tire or so much weight on each axle. So the more weight you have, the more tires you have to spread it out over.
Daniel Vargas wondering where we're headed to.
Denver. And welcome to the stream. So you've got the truck axle group, and I've got 3 axles in the rear of my truck. Then you've got the front thingy. I don't know what it's called. That's got 2 axles. It should have 3, but it's got 2. Then the main part of the trailer has 2 axles. And then the Stinger. Whoa. With 2 axles. All of that is holding up that weight and spreading it around. Too much weight in one area can destroy the road surface.
And not good for the tires.
Yeah. Love that reverb. Reverberation.
Drive says, is the front of the trailer called the Jeep? We call it a bogie in the UK.
I don't know what it's called. Let me just show you guys something. What's that?
I said interesting road texture.
Yeah, Ultimate Graphics puts that, creates that. So if each axle with that configuration of tires can accommodate 17,000 pounds, that's 1, 2, 3, get your calculator out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 axles. How much weight can, 170,000. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And even if I don't count the steers, then that's 17,000 less. Anyway, this loads 77 plus the weight of the trailer. So everything added up, the truck, the trailer, everything. So when we go through a scale, let's see how much we weigh. Theoretically, this configuration can handle 170,000 pounds. And be legal. It's not about physically able to, it's about being legal. Think about a standard truck and trailer. You know, the trailer has 2 axles. The truck has 2 drive axles and a single steer axle. So you get in the back, you can handle 34,000. The truck can handle another 34,000. That's 68. Plus the steer tires can handle 12. That's 80,000 pounds.
Lowrider says, thanks for the clarification. I don't think I've seen anything alike in Germany.
Well, in Germany, the heavy haul trailers are configured differently. They've got oodles and oodles of tires under a lot of those heavy haul setups. Maybe not all of them. I guess it depends on what it is. But you have to spread out the weight, no matter where you are in the world.
K Rebels 5779 says, yes, it's called a Jeep and a Stinger in the back.
Okay. I knew about the Stinger name, but I didn't know about the front. Thank you.
Yep. Drive Echoes that thought he'd heard it called that before. Thanks for clearing that up.
We got a bypass.
Adam's wondering, is it possible for the truck transmission to skip gears like 2 to 5 or 4 to 7 or 8 to get up to speed?
If you're empty or have a very light load, yes. I've done it many times. A lot of times I'll start out in second gear. If I have an empty trailer or a really light load. And, you know, just to get going, I may start out in second and then pop it into fourth.
He said with a load.
Light load. Or if you're going downhill. Remember, the engine and transmission is intended to get you moving and moving faster. So if you've got gravity assisting you, you can probably skip a gear. I've done it.
K Rebels says, my pleasure. Adam adds, on level ground.
Depends on how heavy the load is. Try it. See how it works. If you're running real automatic, the truck may do it on its. And if you, there's an option to enable that in the options. I don't know where it is, if it's gameplay or controls, but there is an option to allow for that, so you don't force it to choose every gear.
Yeah, back when I was still playing with the keyboard, I would skip. I go from first to third to fifth and so forth.
Same thing if you have a gear splitter. So you've got 5 low, 5 high, 6 low, 6 high. There's a lot of times when especially if I'm bobtailing, I'll go from 5 low to 6 low. I won't even do 5 high. There's no need. But again, it just depends.
It works.
Not surprised. I just saw
Drive,
what Nicholas
none,
wrote.
and race.
That's Nicholas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, Nicholas.
Adam says at a stop, my transmission starts at A1 or 2, then the next 5 or 6 gears.
I have, like in Euro Truck, which I have set up the way I described in automatic, when I'm bobtailed or empty, I can see that on the lower left corner there, where currently it says 8H, I'll see it may say A5 or something. I mean, I've started out in 5th gear by accident in real life because I wasn't paying attention. Not with a heavy load, I would have just stalled the truck. But with a just bobtail or possibly even an empty trailer.
It says with the 12 speed, 3 gears with split in range, usually start from 2 high to 4 low and then shift to 5 low and 6 low. Then around 30 to 35 miles an hour, I shift to top gear 6 high. Drive says, mine is different on my tug, Nicholas. I have day mode, night mode, and race mode.
So Drive, how many tires do you have on your drive axle? Or how many drive axles do you have? I assume you have one drive axle. How many tires do you have?
One drive axle, 4 tires, and the axle is rated for 25 tons.
Okay. So you have 6 tires on the ground, except when you're doing those tight turns. Then you might have 2 or 3.
Bob's is asking, is it a Terberg or a Sisu tug? Drive says, oh, you've seen me working then.
No, but I know you.
Then he answers he's got a Terberg Y193.
Oh, we got a tunnel coming up.
Port testing station. Ooh, that was nice. I unmuted so I could hear that.
Oh, going a little
That sounds like a
fast.
train horn.
It is. Yeah, obviously this is not a World of Trucks load. I was able to really get up there. But I don't think you could hear it, but I had your voice in my ear going, slow down. When I get that sound, I hit the brake. Just to make sure I don't get race miles. Okay, we're going to exit in about 40 miles for our first rest break. I added some extra lights to this truck. Light rope in blue.
Nurse says it's going to be nice to see when SCS reworks Nevada.
Yeah. It will.
Captain something says, "What's up, gang?"
Welcome to the stream, Captain. S1D or STD?
Looks like a 1. Oh, Nightbot got you using all caps.
Uh-oh. Turn out that caps lock key or Nightbot will get you.
Adam says, "I like your beacons on that 389.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. If I didn't have that wing on top, I could have them up there too.
Yeah, as mine have beacons on the light bar on the roof and each light on the sun visor.
All right, we have 45 hours left on this load, and
Or says, good evening, truckers. I'm here, but a little late, though.
Welcome, Thor. Why is it not telling me how much driving left to do? Now I'm going out here.
The Natomads, but no wing.
All right, so you got over 13 hours of driving. What's it? 10-hour break. That's 33 hours. I'm just trying to determine if I can go to all the way to 10 p.m. I think I'll just leave it. It's like 7:35 p.m. We'll go here.
Vigner says because you disconnected to the trailer.
Yeah, I figured it out. It's kind of annoying, actually. It's because my trailer is my one and only destination at the moment. Yeah, this light level works.
John 67 N6G is here. A couple emojis.
Welcome to the stream, John. So, it wants me to go down to this truck stop around the gas station around the corner and turn around. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So, what I am going to do is go this way. Okay, overall, we've got 13, let's say 13 and a half hours. So let's look for a rest stop before we get to Denver. Interesting. I think I'll just go to this truck stop. Because then I can I can get fuel, and if there's any repairs that need to be done, I can do that too. Okay. By the way, this is a 5-star candidate. This run is.
Vinger says Illinois has 11 blogs left and South Dakota has 15 more blogs left.
They don't always do all the blogs, though, do they?
Willie just gifted 5 memberships.
Hey, Willie.
Just Kyla Boo is here. The lucky recipients are Redneck Hero 8465, Pelisy, Elvin Savior Gaming, Robert Jeppo Jepson, and East Tex Bull.
Well, congratulations to all the lucky recipients, and thank you to Willie. Welcome, Just Caleboo.
and some might be combined into one.
Yep. Better watch out, Caleboo. Nightbot's gonna get you if you don't turn off your caps lock key. I'm not even going to try and turn it to do a right turn on red with this rig, this intersection. Can't see the light. Hey, you're blocking my view.
Victor says the last vlog regarding Illinois DLC was 9 days ago.
9 days? I thought there was one more recently than that. I mean, you know, time flies and everything, but I thought there had been one within the last 5 days. Maybe I'm thinking of the one that came out for South Dakota. Okay, we got to go in. We're going to check our weight overall.
Banff predicts 123,000.
126, not far off. This configuration easily handles this weight.
John says, meet, Roadrunner alert. Wait a second, I gotta do that right. Meep.
That sounded right. Yeah, this is a pretty common sight along this stretch of Interstate 80 in Nevada. Heavier trucks getting slowed down. There are some steep hills in the eastern part of Nevada on Interstate 80. Yeah, especially over here around Wells. And between here and Wendover.
Says on the SCS site there's a video from a visit to DAF Trucks in Eindhoven, Netherlands.
Yeah, they just came out today. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
And Mikey says, I remember the Roadrunner cartoons back in the 80s.
I remember them back in the 60s. That was one of my favorite cartoons.
John says, yep, the DAF Truck Electric. And Dirk said, nice video.
I will definitely check it out. You know, someone asked me earlier, do I plan on getting a Volvo VNL whenever the 119 comes out? And I will. But for some reason that I can't explain other than senility. When I have the 159 beta going in my Euro Truck game. I literally went in there to look for the new Volvo. Yeah, I felt silly when I got done looking. I realized wrong game.
Vigner says that blog was for the Route 66 that you talked about, and it was just about the route turning 100 years old this year, and ATS got recognized as an official Route 66 Centennial project.
Yeah, I do remember that, but that's not what I was thinking of. I think what I was thinking of was actually for South Dakota. Here we are in coming up on West Wendover. But right on the other side of this, we will cross into Utah, and we will roll across the Bonneville Salt Flats. Well, that's if we don't get pulled into the port of entry.
John says, in ATS I have a video of a Freightliner, but they are little and I can't drive those big ones. Lowrider says, yep, Roadrunner and Coyote never gets old, to which Mikey Doucette agrees. Dirk says, South Dakota, Mount Rushmore.
Welcome to Utah. No, it was a settlements blog. That's the last one I remember seeing. Hey, we got a bypass.
It was classic seeing Coyote just run out into thin air, stop, look down, and then just poof.
Sometimes you would hold up a sign saying something silly like "oops" or "yikes."
Or
yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, just to see that puff of dust when he hits the ground. Mikey says I also loved the Wile E. Coyote cartoons as well. Isn't that the same thing?
Same thing. I don't think Wile E. Coyote had his own cartoons. It was Roadrunner, always being chased by Wile E. Coyote.
Vanger says the Coyote and Roadrunner are classic. John says, or when I was a kid, you had Arriba, Andre, the fastest mouse in the world.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Mikey says I must be remembering Wimbley going after Bugs Bunny.
Well, Bugs Bunny's nemesis was Elmer Fudd.
Well, Daffy Duck had run-ins with him too.
Yeah, Daffy Duck, and there was something else of the monster.
Oh boy, a little bunny rabbit. I will name him George. Oh, he meant Elmer Fudd, yeah.
That's pretty loud out here.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Mikey also remembers Tweety Bird.
And Sylvester.
Hagrid, suck at ass.
And Granny. Granny used to always chase after Sylvester with a broom when Sylvester actually got a hold of Tweety. Oops, I think I needed to be in the other lane. Sorry.
And Woody Woodpecker as John. Those cartoons on the weekends before the races was fun, says Mikey. He also remembers the adventures of Tintin.
You mean Rin Tin Tin? And Lassie, too. Now we have to climb up another mountain road.
Mikey says, saw it on TV.
When I first started in trucking and I was doing reefer, and I was based out of Salt Lake City, used to do a lot of loads heading, and would head east up this hill with heavy loads. I spent a lot of time crawling up these hills. Part of what made it worse was that when I was a company driver, I had a 10-speed transmission, so I didn't have as, you know, the same kind of range of RPMs as you do in a 13-speed.
John says, I guess you had no automatic gearbox.
No. Nope, always manual. I mean, I've driven an automatic big truck when I worked at Penske Truck Leasing. They had a few. And my first few weeks out on the road with a friend was in an automatic. And I could focus on, you know, a lot of the skills that I needed to learn at the time instead of learning about shifting. It was later on I got into shifting, which, I mean, I preferred by far.
Lowrider says, regarding cartoons, I bet if there are youngsters in the audience, they're wondering what we're talking about.
Could be. And by youngsters, you could be referring to anybody under 30. This is kind of a steep hill too. This is Echo Canyon. So climbing up into Wyoming at Evanston, it's kind of steep. And we've got to go in. So we should be a little bit lighter, but still 126,000. Oh, 125.9.
John says a little less gallons, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think it would burn off that much weight, but I guess so.
And 126 was Bamf's guess.
123, she guessed.
No.
Oh, just now she did? Okay. Well, she was even closer than last time, which was 123. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so I must have burned about 800 pounds.
It was just being funny.
So 800 pounds would be like 100 gallons.
John says, I do not understand that weight issues, scales, and so on. Here we have it not like the U.S.
Where are you from, John? Well, as I explained earlier, for lowrider, you can only carry so much weight per axle by law or regulation. And that's to protect the roads. Imagine if everybody was driving super heavy loads and didn't have enough axles or tires. How messed up this road would be. You couldn't drive this fast. I mean, we have places with a lot of potholes, and it's a different kind of road surface, built to different standards. Oops.
4 meters below, you were there yesterday? Sorry for that question.
Well, you don't have to be sorry for asking a question. I don't know what you mean by 4 meters below. But you have to have standards. The road construction standards are built to a certain specification. Roads are built to a certain standard. And therefore, all the vehicles that travel over it have to be designed to carry weight by a certain standard. That's what keeps the roads in relatively good shape. And we have scales to verify how much weight trucks are carrying by axle or axle group. The game doesn't reflect the reality of how the scales work. In reality, you don't just roll up on a scale and get the entire weight like we do in the game. You can, but there's actually the way that it works in a lot of cases is that when you roll over a scale, it measures each axle or axle group, and then it tallies that up in total. I mean, a lot of scales will weigh a truck like the one that's passing us. Horn check. And the scales, and you'll see this at truck stops, the scales have 3 different platforms. A smaller one for the front to measure the steer axle weight. Another one that's bigger to measure the drive axle group weight. And another one in the back to measure the trailer axle group weight. The drive, when you have tandems, like that truck does just past us, each axle can handle 17,000 pounds. So a tandem axle group can handle 34,000 pounds. Or no more than. Without using wider than normal tires. That's an option too. Anyway, so those scales will weigh all 3 axle groups at once. And it'll give a total weight, and it'll give a bi-axle group weight. In some of my real-life trucking videos, I actually show a scale ticket when I go to a truck stop, because I have to weigh and verify that I'm legal before I set out on my journey. And a lot of times I'll share those. I have shared them. If I had one handy, I'd show it to you now, although it would be backwards. When I do my new series of recreating my over-the-road trucking adventure virtually, I'll share that during the course of those videos, or on the blog associated blog posts.
John says, okay, I understand. I shall watch your videos. Thanks.
Yeah, go back into the archives and look for, there's a 5 video series, I think, or 5-part video. I picked up a load in Dallas, Fort Worth area. It was going to Camas, Washington, I think, or somewhere up there. And I had to go to a scale after I picked up the load. And I have several instances of this when I had to scale out before I hit the road. And I actually showed the process.
Treasure O enters with a wave.
Hey, Treasure. So, Treasure, if you're here late, I'm running a new engine from Zmods I just got yesterday. One of the new ones that just came out. Sounds pretty nice. You can't hear it here at the moment that well, but
Mikey says, sorry everyone if I'm not that talkative. Still in the hospital, but while watching the live stream.
Don't worry about it, Mikey. I'm just glad you're able to watch. And hang out with us. Buffalo! See the buffalo? I only noticed these buffalo recently for the first time. I don't know why I missed these. But buffalo.
Dro says, Cat 3406E 5EK?
Yes. Just released within the last week, I think. I wasn't gonna get it. I resisted the urge. Even though Pilot posted a video of it, of the sound. And then I noticed they were having a sale over on the Discord. Zmods Discord. Actually, I think it's still in effect. It's only a 2-day sale. I think it's in effect now. If you go over to Zmods, I think it's I don't know what channel it is. 35% off. Oh, you'll hear the Jakes. Announcements. Thank you, Pilot. Isn't that today?
It ends today, yeah.
Link in the description below. It's not an affiliate link, but I did just sign up for their affiliate program. Haven't heard back yet. Wiz is hurt.
Pilot says, wait, what?
I said, Wiz is her? Well, Wiz said he is her. What? What did Wiz say? Orange icons again.
Yeah, lost his orange icons.
How do you lose your orange icons mod? Don't tell me you didn't do anything.
Pilot says, where'd you put them?
Yeah.
3 deliveries ago, crashed.
That doesn't take the mod out of your game.
Pilot says the affiliate program.
Oh yeah, they have an affiliate program. I meant to sign up for it before and I was distracted and forgot about it. And then I just remembered yesterday. As much as you promote it, you ought to apply. I don't know what the terms are, how it works. There was nothing that didn't describe. Well, there was the Jake treasure. Excuse me. Although it sounds better outside. Between passing and sneezing, I almost wrecked.
Daniel Vargas is excited for the Ford DLC road trip project.
I'm starting to get a little excited about that. But I'd rather have new trucks and trailers and DLCs. Trucking related DLCs.
Japsai says hi.
Japsai, I haven't seen you in a while. We'll be exiting off of Interstate 80 right up the road. So Treasury, get ready for to hear the Jakes.
Lowrider says, I think you just scared the school kids in the bus with your Jake.
Here we go, Treasure.
John says fuel time.
Yeah, we're getting off at this next exit, and we'll get fuel. As planned.
Which says we still have the convoy tonight at 5 p.m., right?
Yes. Central time. It's about an hour after this live stream ends. Except, yeah, drive, except the one tomorrow was earlier. But yes, we are having a a convoy tomorrow too. Isn't that Euro truck tomorrow?
Victor says, I can't wait to see the next dynamic loading, what the next dynamic loading and unloading will be.
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, me too.
Mikey says, hope you are doing well, Boomer, and thank you for your hard work you put into your streams.
Thank you.
John says, I guess it's morning for us.
Us?
Or U.S.
What is?
Wiz will be there for both.
Good. If you can find your orange icons, what you did with them. Wiz, did you look under your bed? Maybe they're there.
Yes, I did, he says.
Did you ask your wife? Maybe she took them. Ah. So now, we just need to go find a place to park.
Which says she does not know what I'm talking about.
Or so she claims.
And he adds in the game. Treasure says, okay, I'll bite. I'll stick that in a Mac.
Mac? This isn't a Mac engine. Something got blocked? I didn't see anything get blocked. All right, I'm going to advance to 10 p.m. But before I do that, let me explain. We have, if you look in the lower right corner, we have 23 and a half hours left on this job. And we have... Why do I not have anything up here? You can't even see it anyway. That's weird. Don't have much further to go, is my point. Why does it say... Let me hit the R and clear. Oh, that feature doesn't exist in this version yet. See, I've already fallen in love with certain features in 159 and the like remove last pin. So I didn't drop my trailer, so I don't know why I'm not getting any whatever. Anyway, I'm going to take a 10-hour break. Subtract that from 23, that leaves 13 hours, and it's only less than 3 hours, I think, to get there. Don't you dare put this in a Mac, unless it's an old school Mac.
Drives this here in a truck stop, so technically off route.
Okay, I'll bite that, but not really. But I suppose once I get back out on the street, it'll start showing up. See, it's just showing 0 miles to the destination, and that makes no sense to me, even at a truck stop. Like, for instance, if I go into map view right now and I drop a pin right outside the place, it'll tell me it's 2.5 hours. See, now I got my total trip time. See? 2.5 hours. It just needed to recalculate, I guess. Now it's all there. Yeah, Treasure, this is an old school engine. That's why I'm driving my old school truck.
once Z gets a Mac interior pack, I'll probably roll my Anthem for a while. Used to be my favorite truck.
That was for you, Treasure. Oh, gotta go into the scale.
Bigner says, and talk about old school trucks. There are some old school trucks coming in the future to ATS. And Drive's gonna call it a night. He's got, it's 10 p.m. there, and he's got 4 days of bay bashing to do in the Turberg.
How did I miss the scale? It wanted what? I got called into the scale, but the scale is the other direction. I thought it was down here. Okay, that's weird. There goes my 5 stars. Okay, what was that about, Drive?
You gotta call it a night. It's 2200 there, and he has 4 days of bay bashing to do in the Turberg.
Oh. No, Vigner. Oh, go ahead.
Treasure's gonna change their name to Jake, my Jake. John says, good night for you, Drive. It's 2300 there. Vigner says, this means that you'll have to pull into the next scale.
Only if I get pulled into the next scale. I've already got the ticket.
Lobo says, the scale thing happened to me earlier. I didn't get called in, noticed the scale was blocked off, but still got fined.
Okay, that's glitchy.
Lowrider says, if this engine fits my Pinnacle, I'll probably buy it. I am limited to 505 horsepower right now, but I love driving this Mac.
Yeah, this has the 670 that I'm running now, but it's also got a version that's tuned to 800. Forgot to mention that. Oh, gotta go in.
Says it'll fit in the Pinnacle.
It'll fit in any stock truck. Doesn't mean it belongs in any stock truck. It's because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should.
Mikey says, thanks to everyone for the well wishes, but I need to go get some rest.
All right, Mikey. Hope you get out soon. See you next week, maybe. Oh, we should be up back close to 127 now. 126.8.
Fixes.
Down fixes.
Golden Entertainment says, hey, I'm here. Was out riding bike when you messaged me about the stream.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Treasure says, still giving the DD60 14 liter the edge. Pilot says, I love the DD60.
Yeah, I've got that too. But the DD60 doesn't have a 670 horsepower motor. I think maybe it's got a 750. Pilot, do you remember? Or do either of you guys remember? Does it have a 750? 732? Yeah, that's a good engine. And it's newer. This engine is like from the 90s. Okay.
Treasure says, you know, I begrudgingly ever exceed 550 horsepower.
There's rarely a reason to. There's rarely a reason to even exceed 500. Only if you're doing heavy haul. Like I am. That's the only reason I've got a 670 horsepower motor in here. I'm also, my fuel economy is not so great. I mean, it's good enough for 5 stars, but if I wasn't doing a heavy haul, I wouldn't need this motor.
Treasure adds, I just want to feel my truck struggle every so often.
Yep. I agree with that. Well, maybe I'll still get a 4.8 stars out of this. Remember, BTT coffee mugs are available in the merch store.
Here says, I'm ready as soon as you deliver.
Well, we're almost there. I love that Jake.
The writer says this reminds me of a 4.9 run in ETS. That was frustrating.
Oh yeah, immediately on the left. Last time I came here with a triple lowboy, I had to do this twice. Had to go out the other gate and come back in and do it again.
The writer says no room for mistakes.
Nope. It's a straight shot, but you gotta take a 90-degree turn first. And you gotta watch out you don't drag across those what are those, bolsters?
Bollards.
Bollards. Thank you. Okay, Vigner, here we go. Was it under his bed? Thank you, thank you. Now we're just waiting for the Vigner report. What? Oh, he did that before. 4.8 and 869. Nice. Yeah, there is a switch to turn that off that he did before. That's why they weren't under his bed. All right. How about that, huh? Well, it's not perfect, but it was close. Let me get a decent picture here. Maybe I should back up to the trailer a little bit more. Kind of like, it just occurred to me to get a picture of the truck pulling away from the trailer. Right, yeah, you didn't do it. It was the gremlins under your bed that did it. Yeah, Vigner, it was the ticket that I didn't see coming. Whiz gremlins. This might make a better thumbnail picture. We'll see. Guess I can turn off my beacons and my flashers and the engine. We have a rule: don't run random commands that you find on the internet without knowing what they do. Right. But the first thing we tell people is to Google it. Was that how that happened? What was the trick to getting a pin to the next waypoint? Not sure what you mean, Treasure, but we can talk about it when we're getting ready for the convoy. Okay, that's gonna do it. That was a nice run. How many miles was that? Did you notice? With Lurch.
$1,362.
All right, I'll take that. That is the next leg in the All States Challenge that I had to do. California to Colorado. Next one up is Colorado to Idaho. So I'll try to put that in a video and post it as soon as I can get at it. And that's going to do it. Thanks for riding along today. Yeah, JJ, just finishing. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this, hit the like if you haven't already done so. And if you're here later and you haven't subscribed and you like this kind of thing, be sure to subscribe. And we will see some of you in about an hour and the rest of you next weekend.